Good afternoon. I'm Vice Forecaster, Illinois I'm Vice Forecaster, USA Severe Weather Network. We have a tornado warning in effect for Texas. This is a damaging tornado, so we probably will stay on the air with you to 2:45. So we'll take a look at this tornado warning as just got issued west of central Pendleton County in north central southwestern Texas, southwestern Houston County in southwestern Texas, north central Walker County in southwestern Texas to 2:45 Eastern Daylight Time. At 2:30 at 2:20, a confirmed tornado was 10 miles southwest of Lovely Lady, or 11 miles south of Austin Moon East on 15 miles an hour. Hazardous, damaging tornado and quarter-size hail. So this is a time if you're in the tornado warning, get centered and get covered immediately. This is a tornado warning, so this is would be the time you want to be in your safe spot. Put many walls between you as possible. Put a bike helmet on top of your head. Protect yourself from flying debris. So this is a tornado on the ground. So if you live in this polygon, now it's time to seek shelter. We'll pull velocity up, and I can see gate to gate shear boat. This is a tornado, and it's on the ground. This is a tornado emergency. This is why it's in dark pink and lighting up in the black color just a little bit. Is because we have a tornado on the ground. This is red next to green, and you can see pretty large hail of this, up to quarter size again, and you can see this is a damaging tornado. Let me check and see if there are any velocities. Just hold on just a second here. All right, sorry about that. All right, we do have a tornado warning continues down here. This is a confirmed tornado. This goes through 2:45, and you can just see echo tops are pretty decent. When you get into the orange colors, this is a decent storm. This is a tornado emergency. It's why it's in the red color, and we'll take a look at that. But this storm in the echo tops is very intense. This is a new storm. Once you get that red color on the map, this is very intense storm that is still capable of producing a tornado. I mean, a strong sail up here. So let me check velocity while we're on, and you can see there is red next to green. There's a couple. Anytime you get that red next to green like this could be some very strong hail and maybe some more rotation. So we could be getting another possible tornado right up here. So if you live in that area, now's the time to figure out where you want to go in case that goes under a warning. But this same supercell we've been tracking for the last couple hours. So just give me a second. All right, I'm back. So, like I said, we've been having these storms trying to tie it up a lot. And you can see we've been tracking this whole one big sail this afternoon. This is the one that's been tracking, and this is the cause of the storm. It continues in that area. If you push it into Centralia over here, this would be in Apple Springs if it holds together. So I would figure out where you want to go just in case the storm would produce a tornado in your area. So this is looking at a correlation thing. We don't have any debris of it yet, but there could be something out in the field. All right, now they just moved it again, so let me see what we got. Yeah, it just still shows some rotation, and you can see there's the potential for some very large hail. Echo tops. All right, we got 2 severe thunderstorm warnings in place. I'll track that one just in a second, but I'm going to track this one over here. Severe thunderstorm warning effect for Lyon County in Central Texas. At 2:30, a severe thunderstorm located 8 miles south of Clinton, Calathanville, or 11 miles south of Austin, moving at 20 miles an hour. So hazard 60 miles of wind gusts and quarter-size hail. But this one still gives me signs. Just what I thought. Some weak rotation. And folks, anytime we get that red next to green today, the winds could give us a possible tornado. We would have to watch that sail, and we'll stay on track right for a second. And I will try to do my best here. All right, that's moving it. And show you where I see the rotation at, right there. Let's try to tie it up a couple times. And behind it, there's been a couple couplets trying to form. So anytime this storm right here, by lovely lady, this storm is very tight. There could be there's a tornado on the ground with the storm right here. This is very tight rotation there, and we definitely have to watch that sail. So just hold on a sec. All right, we still got that tornado warning for a few more minutes. If you just join me, or just want to know what's going on today, this is the cause. This is a supercell that decided to blow up on us today, and that's going to continue to track in different areas. So it's light up in black. This is a damaging tornado. Now it's moving at 15 northeastern 15. So this is slow. Damaging tornadoes is going to be the biggest concern with this. And while we're still on the air, all right, we just have a new tornado warning. I mean, never mind, it's still in the same spot. All right, we have only 2 severe thunderstorm warnings in place. This is a new one just got in place. Eastern Simpson County, North Central Texas, Northwestern Houston County, and North Central Texas, Upshur County in Central Texas, and Gregg County in Northwestern Texas, and to 3 p.m. Eastern Daylight Time. At 2:21, a severe thunderstorm located near New London or Kirmora on 40. What to expect? 60 miles of wind gusts and quarter-size hail. This is a storm that still could produce hail the size of quarters. So, let's check here for, and this still shows this storm could produce part of it 2-inch hail. So that's pretty strong. And you can see that little marker is going up very large hail. So that's, yeah, goodness. So that is very large hail of the storm. And I'm going to have to take the storm really seriously because it's really lighting up in black. When it lights up in black like this is a damaging tornado. And we need to check this out because there is a tornado on the ground with the storm. So let me get back where you're at. This is the same storm we've been tracking all day. Is this storm down here. And it's been updating every minute. Deciding to go different places. And this is a tornado what we've been tracking most of the day. I've been watching this gate-to-gate sheared, and that is possible wind sheared, continuing to move in. This is that tornado we've been watching, and like I said, if you live in Apple Springs, Centralia, Vare, or in this area, you need to be alert because these storms still could produce some very strong echo tops, and that's why we're still watching these, especially when we get into the very large echo tops are very strong today. When you get to the orange, that is a very strong sign of some decent rotation. All right, while I'm on the air with you, I'm going to see if we have any lot of flash flood watchers are issued. I'm seeing if they'll issue a tornado watch or not. Or they still moderating one. The computer just said 40% earlier, but I mean, if this continues to go up like this, we will see one. Very large echo tops today with these, and you can see there's that very tight rotation, very tight. So there's so this is a damaging tornado. We all need to be in your safe spots down here. Make sure you're in the basement with small interior rooms with a helmet on each person you have. Protect yourself for flying debris. I mean, this is just gate to gate sheared like this, and that's why we do have that tornado warning that goes through about 2:36 this afternoon. That's still why we got that warning in place. This goes through 2:45. So about a few more minutes, we'll get this off the air. Then this storm over here, I've been watching in Lyman counties down here in Texas. This storm is giving me signs, some pretty decent signs, strong signs of rotation. But if this continues, we will have another tornado warning in the same area, right over here. We would have to watch this storm in parts of Texas here, with the possibility of rotation at times. And it's very large hail. Look at this. Goodness gracious. Very large hail with that storm. And this storm over here goes through about 3:15. And I just think we got a new warning. And up here just is some spotty hail. This is why we're continuing to track these supercells today. And they producing some very large hail today. And lots of heavy rain. Wow, I'm surprised we'll see flash flood warnings be issued as we continue to go on. But Texas is getting a little drier, so we don't have to worry about that. So, yeah, rotation has been very strong today. I mean, we would have to see if this continues to cup up, but we would still indicate of a possible tornado with this, a damaging tornado. Once maybe the storm will run out of rotation, then we can sign off here. But this little cluster line, let me show you here while we are on. Shut all everything off is because we've been having a cluster of storms today decided to blow up out here in Texas, and these little clusters sometimes align a little. These little quasi lines, you can get brief tornadoes, damaging winds. Everything is possible in these lines of storms like this, and that's why the Weather Service has just been watching these a lot today for us, with the possibility of some damaging winds. And you can see this is very tight. That is a very tight rotation there. And that's why they're still continuing to keep the tornado warning right there. The 245, and I'm still moderating this one over here. See if any very large hail with that. That's still nasty size hail anyway, but just the echo tops are concerning me. Once we get into the darker whites, the darker reds, you're seeing very strong storms today. So damaging tornadoes, reason why we are decided to break right back in, just because we can give you some more information. Let's see, we had any signs of the blue color. That was around 2:05 this afternoon. Now we're at almost 2:49, and we're still on the air because we have a strong sign of rotation. That is gate to gear sure at the top, at the bottom. That's why we're starting to indicate a very strong sign of rotation. There's two storms are in place, and you can see this one over here. That marker actually is in the pink color, and you can see it but the slide back and slide north. So that's why we're in something. So right now I'm just gonna pop on here and just continue to watch stuff. We're on coverage today because we got tornadoes in Texas. I'm just seeing if we have any pictures that are coming in right now or any photos. anything because we do have photos. Always like to share them on here. If anybody on the page has photos of tornadoes, just send them to us. We'll be happy to see anything you guys give us. See what we got. I don't have anything. But the Texas thing has been storm chasers about 2 hours ago. Sometimes they share pictures on here to us. Wish they had some hail pictures on here, but they don't. Alright, so we continue to track severe weather continuing. So far, this is still a damaging tornado, by the way, and it's still moving east at 15 miles an hour. That is a very slow storm. Even our hail count went down. We'll check the wind shear to see what it's trying to do. Because if it continues to go down like the other stuff has, we won't see as much with this. It would just go down to a radar indicated tornado. So, alright, new severe thunderstorm warning has been issued. So let's drill over here and see what we got in place. So the severe thunderstorm warning is probably for the same area. So let's take a look here. Take that off. The 345 in northwestern Houston County and north central Texas at 240. A severe thunderstorm located near Mount Wells, Austin to Minnesota, 20 miles an hour. So what to expect? Quarter size hail, and so I mean, hail's going to be the biggest concern this afternoon. With this storm over here, we can see hail the size of quarters. And I can see this part of that storm is going to move into that area with some quarter-size hail. And I think this is going to be surface base. I mean, where we're not going to see a tornado. Winds could gust up to 50. Yeah, that's what it could gust up to. Very on the low side. So that's going to continue in place. And we're continuing to get reports coming in of hail the size of nickels. Especially down here with this tornado warning, we're still tracking the storm. And you can see the rotation is just still in place. And once you get all the rotation, that is very broad. So looking at the... Alright, now the hail's going up again. So if you live in Lovelady area, that is a strong sign of a pretty decent hail core again. And so I would make sure you're still in your tornado safe spot. Get centered, get covered, go to the lowest floor of your home. If you don't have a basement, I always tell kids before to go to the bathroom, make sure that bathroom is the right spot to be in. Because if you have windows, that's not going to be safe in a damaging tornado. This is a damaging tornado. We already have let's see, two circulations are already formed again. So there's one and there's one there. That is typically a very strong sign of rotation. So 245, just one more minute, and we will send you right back in a minute. But you see these severe thunderstorm warnings over here by the Kenvandervale area. If these storms go, this one goes under a tornado warning, we'll have to break right back in to let you know about. But this storm over here is having lots of hail with it. Let me switch back. I thought I did see some more coupling right over there, but if that tights up, that'll go under a tornado warning. But the biggest threat today has been this one tornado warning. I'm going to shut the whole velocity off. I'll show you. This storm over here, it started developing there this afternoon. This whole storm right over here, I'll show you. That one severe. All right, the tornado warning has expired. That one tornado warning right here is why we've been on all afternoon. It tracked in different spots. So the tornado warning has got canceled. Before we send you right back, I'm still watching this and see if it really tights back up. If this tights back up over here, we will have to go back on because this storm could go tornado warning again. But right now, we will have to see what they do. So we will continue to keep you updated for the afternoon. We still got this huge cluster of storms over here. And I think these will just be hail producers as right now because all the hail count is really going up with this. and we would have to see if the storm goes severe thunderstorm warning or even tornado warning. So we will continue to keep you updated, and I'll break right back in if we see another storm would go severe today. There's a lot of energy in the atmosphere to get stuff going in the battery, and kind of why we went tornado warning a few times today. We'll break in for right now. Um, I'm Vice Forecaster JD Rapp with you. We think that was a line of storms that pushed in with a couple supercells that tracked different ways. And the rules around here, we try to stay on the air as there's a tornado warning, because if we don't, sometimes they do these funnels can come to the ground, and today's atmosphere can, and there's a slight risk today of severe thunderstorms. And once we see a couple photos come in, we will I'll try my best to pop them on and share them with the page. So right now we want to pop off and take a break, and hopefully this will be the last warning we'll get as it even comes on.